Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of Collectors Lounge International. I'm your host, Leo Rockwell, for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. As always, make sure you do me a solid. Hit that like button, please. Please hit that like button as this right here tells you to do. Hit that bell notification so you're always up to date with everything that's basically going on here in the community and on the channel. We always want to make sure that we give you the information, all updates, news, everything that's going on right now in the community, and we provide a safe space for y'all to just talk about everything that has to do with collection and none of the drama, because we don't welcome that here. It's not a place where I want it here. So definitely thank you guys for always being here and always being full support of what we do over here. So definitely I want to introduce this amazing panel, starting with ladies first. We got Mandy in the building. What is going on with you? How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. I hope everyone's okay. It's nice and sunny here, so I've just I always call it hoovering the lawn, but it's mowing the lawn. So I've just mowed the lawn. That's all good. Now I can rest and talk about stuff.
Rest to talk about some stuff. That's what it's all about. Thank you for being here, Mandy, as always.
Thank you
up, we got my bro 100. We got Calvin in the building. Cal, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, brother? I think you're muted.
I'm happy I'm not in the office this morning, so that's positive.
Yeah. Bro, which Vader is that? Is that the Obi-Wan Vader?
It is.
Word.
And my base doesn't light up at all. So
for real.
I hit Ray and got to take pictures and go through all that hoopla. But yeah, plugged it in, hit the switch, and nothing. So
word. So it's mine. Yeah, it's plugged up. It's definitely plugged up. Word. Okay. That's crazy, man. Hopefully they get that taken care of, man.
Yeah, man. Right.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you for being here. And thank everybody out there, you guys, for basically being here and being full support on the channel. Before I reach out to the chat, what we do always up at the top is we pay homage to the places where we get these figures from. I have to give a special, super duper special shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. If you ain't got it, he'll get it for you. Full transparency. Make sure that you are full taken care of when it comes to the piece that you want. Again, hit him up. He will always keep you laced. No NRD. On top of that, great response time. So definitely hit him up and he'll take care of you as always. And then tell him that your boy sent you over there, especially if you want him to take care of you, because he does that for you. And also hit that homepage so you're always up to date with all the stills and deals, and also sign up for that newsletter, because if you sign up for the newsletter, if you sign up with your email, you'll always get updates on what's coming, what's new, what's on sale, just a lot of deals. And on top of that, he'll always keep you in the now. And yeah, man, definitely shout out to him. Also want to give a shout out to my man 50 grand, my man Hawk Wars Toys. Again, always got the solid grill pieces over there. If you ain't got it, he'll get it for you. Not only that, sticker to boot, as well as a comic book to go with it. My man Ray is a solid dude. Definitely always such a pillar in the community. And make sure that you have everything that you need. I'm telling you, always fresh to see what he got. And he got the latest and greatest. And on top of that, the crazy part about it, if he ain't got it and you ask him about it, Ray will find it within 24 hours or less. He is that dude. So I appreciate you, Ray. Thank you for everything that you actually do within the community. Always wanted to get, also, I definitely want to give a super duper shout out. And I don't know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? Because it's Ray's thing. It's not popping up. Come on, man. What's going on? Did I take it down? Did y'all see Underground first at all?
We saw the first bit, but then
you didn't see. You didn't see Ray. You see Ray? You see Ray now? Is Ray up now?
Yeah, we got
okay, there we go. Yeah, to make sure for some reason it just stopped sharing. I don't know what the problem with this. But anyway, yeah, we got my man Ray. Of course, Hawk Wars Ray, as always. Definitely want to make sure that if you're looking for those pieces, that he takes care of you, because he's a solid dude. Also wanted to give a shout out to my man Watch Your Six over there, Comic Relief, Comic Collectibles. Again, comics, 1/6 scale, 1/10 scale, quarter scale, anything that you're definitely looking for, he'll always take care of you, because he's just that solid guy, and love him. So definitely wanted to pay homage to him. And also, last but not least, want to give a shout out to my man Brian Wong over there at Module Case, Module Space. Again, some incredible pieces over there. And the one that I'm looking forward to the most is this mono right here. This right here, because it just reminds me of Detolf. But just how it looks, how it has a display with that black background, man, I am all in for it. I cannot wait. So again, you can go through his page if you're looking for certain designs. Yes, he'll definitely take care of you. So just want to definitely give him a shout out. as always. But again, yeah, thank you, man. Thanks everybody for actually tuning in. How you guys doing this morning? Everybody out there in the chat, let's see what's going on. We got Mary Sullivan in the building. Thank you for being here, Mary. As always, love having you here. We got 12-inch Moose Dream. My guy is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got L Walk in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Ben Thomas in the building. Give a special shout out to Ben. He reached like what 5,000 subscribers. I think he got 5,000 subs.
8 was it 8? I think he's 8.
Wow.
8. I thought he was up there, but Ben doing his thing.
Ben doing his thing. Ben, tell us. I think it's 5,008. I think it might be 5,000. I'm not really sure. But whatever it is, man, you are doing your thing, man. Wanted to give you a super duper shout out, bro, for always being such a pillar in this community and such a really, really good guy, man. We definitely appreciate you.
Well, he's at 5.8 now, but
5.8, yeah. So
we'll
5.
We'll get to 8 soon enough.
Yeah. 5.8. So definitely shout out to my man, as always, Ben, for doing your thing. We got Doguito in the building. Thank you for being here, as always. Aaron Torres is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Kyle in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Figure Posing Channel, my man in the building. Thank you for being here. He said Mandy on the stream had. Oh, so you're saying if Mandy wasn't here, you wasn't gonna join the chat for real? Wow, bro. I see how it is, man. We got Mark P in the building. Thank you for being here. Wayman 42 is in the building. Thank you for being here. L Walker is in the building. Thank you for being here, as always. We got Docinator in the building. Thank you for being here. My guy Doc is always in the building. He said, Mandy, Calvin, and Leia, what it do? What it do, my bro? Smiley is in the building. Thank you for being here. Ren's Talent, Tino, the talented Tino is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Rodrigo Estevan in the building. Thank you for being here as well. My man, Lucky Ass Cairo in the building. Lucky motherfucker. Thank you for being here, man. As always, bro.
How does Phil just pop on the scene and then get hit every goddamn exclusive like he just
bro? I don't get it. And the thing is, he comes in late every single time, bro. He drops in late. He gets in late and gets in the queue and gets I don't think he's been less than, like, if you see, like, whenever the queue goes up and he's slotted, I think he's always below 900, bro. He's never up, like, he's always below 900. He's always in that first batch. And I'm like, how? Like, how is it working? Like, how does he, somebody that knows somebody or something? I don't know, man. But
I think he's the one with the bots. He's the reason why that trooper was so fucked up the other day. I think that's
right. He
was like,
must be.
No, y'all can be paused right now. Okay. Let me go ahead and let y'all go ahead and do that.
Let me get my shit first. I'll make sure I'm knocked out. Then I'll unpause it and let everybody else go through. That's what it feels like, man. We got Victor Torres in the building. CJP Models in the building. Thank you for being here. He said, hello, everyone. Thanks, Mandy. Thank you for being here as always. We got Chewy's Bandolier in the building. Happy Sunday, Leia, the rest of the collecting family. This has become one of my favorite ways to spend a Sunday afternoon. So great to see you all. Thank you for being here, bro. Chewy's Bandolier. He's such a solid dude. He is always a solid dude. Belia Meyer, and of course, Pilal, who is always, every week, the first person that comes through. We got Luminar in here. Thank you for being here. We got my man, the movie canon, is in the building, man. Thank you for being here, as always. Spartacus is in the building. Morning Legends, thank you for being here. Iron Star Killer is in the building. Thank you for being here, my man. As always, love seeing you here, as always, brother. Much appreciated. We got Edward in the building. Carl, he said, I use the force. We got Mauler 2745 in the building. Thank you for being here, man, as always. So we definitely appreciate everybody that's out there that always come through in the community, man. So we had a busy ass week. Like, this a busy week of things that we had no idea was coming. We had no idea a lot of this stuff would actually be released. A lot of this stuff was going to come out. Here's the thing, and this is what was confusing. 2 weeks ago, about a week ago, we got hit with a whole bunch of delay notifications, right? I got hit with a delay notification for Mace. I got hit with a delay notification for Obi-Wan. I got like everything that almost pretty much the stuff that we saw, there was like delay notifications for them. And I was quite surprised to see that we started seeing some of these things released. I was like, wow. okay. And well, pretty much one released very in the earlier the week during the week, which they had the pictures up. And here's the thing, it's crazy that they had the pictures up for that Obi-Wan, and they still haven't put them back up. Like they're still down. They're not on their Facebook page, and I'm wondering because the only thing that we actually see right now is the the Mandalorian armored Obi-Wan, but they didn't put the other one up. I don't get that. And I don't know if it was just mainly because a lot of the pushback that they actually got because of it. A lot of people were complaining about, the head sculpt, and people had, they had, some of their discretions about it. And I can understand when it comes to some of these pieces, a lot of people they're going to be vocal about it if it looks off, and even though like I may not agree with everybody, as long as it's met with like, if that criticism is met, with a lot of diplomacy and it's no, ignorant back and forth beef jargon, and it's constructive, then we can all be in that space. Now, this is the only space that I can actually find that Obi-Wan on was actually Instagram. But maybe there was pushback on the head sculpt. A lot of people said that they didn't like the way it looks. That it looked a bit off, especially around the bearded mustache and stuff like that. What were your thoughts about it when you saw it?
I liked it. I've liked it all along. I like that little ginger ninja. And I mean, it's based off the Clone Wars, isn't it? So we're basing it off the animated series and then mixing it with Ewan McGregor, and I think they've done a pretty good job. I really like it. I like how it looks, but I like a head sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate no fanar here, but I can appreciate a helmet. But I do like a head sculpt. And I think it's great. I know what they mean by the bit of a top lip, but it depends how you're shooting it. If you're photographing it, if you come from under, of course it's going to look like that. But I've seen a couple of the reviews, like MRC Reagan's, and it looks great. It really looks great. I'm chuffed. I'm my Toys on Fire boy's getting it in tomorrow, so I'll be able to pick it up from him tomorrow. So I'll be able to see it in person, and I can't wait.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I said, man, it's because the sculpt, it does definitely remind me of the original, like what we got with the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan when that one was released. Mind you, next year is the anniversary for Revenge of the Sith. So when that one actually got released, there was, because I remember like the original prototype photos for that were different. It looked pretty good then, you know what I mean? But then, that it came out and people were complaining about the upper lip area, the mustache, because it looked a bit puffy. But this is sort of like an amalgamation of the same sculpt with like a bit of a different paint application. And now you have also the rolling eyes option, the purrs. That's with this particular option. Only thing that I didn't like about the photos was the seam line around the neck, because the prototype photos, they kind of tried their best to hide it, but that's just like a little small nitpick, nothing that's really, really huge. But I always err on the side that people need to see the figure in hand, you know what I mean, before they, go in and, kind of get like really, really overly aggressive about it. Just see it in hand first and then just take it from there. You know what I mean? And I think the rest will basically follow. Cal, what did you think about these pieces, bro? I mean, this piece when you saw it.
Now, remember, when I got into Star Wars, it was Marvel DC for me. And I was like, okay, I'll get it, Yoda.
Yeah.
I'll get it, Vader. I'm going to keep it at that. Six DF60s full of Star Wars shit, okay?
Yeah, right, right.
That's where I'm at now. But of all those pieces I have, the one piece in character I never had was an Obi-Wan. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, let me jump on this, just because I don't have one. And I wasn't going to chase to get the episode 3 one for that.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, he's got a mustache for a lip. If you're what's my man's name? Selleck?
Tom Selleck. Same thing, bro. Yup.
If I mean, granted, I don't have a thick ass mustache, but if you got one of them thick ass, that's what happens.
That's what happens, bro.
Lip, so and it's not like he's a brother. It's not like he got big ass soup coolers. So
yeah,
we got he got a little lip, so it's covered up. I don't see the hate. So I've been looking forward to this, and I ordered it right off now. And luckily, I just happen to have a
CCFL.
Clone Wars. Well, actually, I just put an order in for a Obi-Wan this morning as well. But,
got you.
But no, I have a Clone Wars small section, but I have a section for it, so he'll go right up in there with no problem.
Yeah.
So, but I was just happy to get one. Now, as far as because I didn't watch Clone Wars, so as far as like the helmet and all the significance with that, but I got the head sculpt, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. I think again, I'm this has probably been one of my most anticipated thus far because again, to have this particular version with Anakin, with the armor with Anakin, I was like, yeah, I gotta have it. You know what I mean? Because they look good together. Like that piece looks very good together. To have them two, posed up, in your DTOF will definitely look good. And again, like I said, I mean, is there going to be perfection in pretty much everything? No, we're talking about figures, but you got to, I always say this, and Mandy, you already know, you can attest to this. We've come a long way when it comes to head sculpts based on the way it was back in the 70s, back in the 80s, and those figures that we got back. We've come a long way when we see stuff like this versus what we got earlier on. So that's why when it comes to these head sculpts, I don't complain as much because I come from an era where we didn't have things, masterpieces like this at all. You know what I mean? So I give it a bit more grace, than other people would. You know what I mean? Despite the simple fact that I actually respect, people's opinions. I'll always respect another person's opinion, when it comes to stuff like that. There's always going to be a level of respect. But again, I just err on the side where I don't think there's too much of a problem with it, but we did get this. It looks good. I am definitely excited about it. Now I'm gonna stay in the realm of the releases, and then we'll start talking about some of the reveals. But another release that we got that this also again, when we talk about met with a bit of criticism, is another figure that is definitely my most anticipated, if not the most anticipated, that's going to be in the collection. And that right there is none other than Mace Windu.
Look at that. Beautiful.
This I have been waiting for this for a long time. Shout out to F. Wellington, because he's definitely going to have this. He won this on Figure Flex Friday. So once this comes in, we'll definitely shoot it out to him and make sure that he gets it.
Okay, real quick.
What's that? What's
Wellington had the pleasure of kicking it with him for the weekend. He's from Canada.
Yeah.
Cool as shit.
Yep.
Ray is down to earth, cool as shit. Easy to have a conversation with. That's my dude. So is Ray.
And and the crazy part about it, bro, and how he won. That was crazy because we all had, because for Figure Flex Friday, of course, we have the golden tickets. So with the golden tickets, if you win a golden ticket, then you're automatically thrown in to the wheel. That means that you got to pass because your photo, or somebody might have, one of us might have felt that that photo was just golden. It was phenomenal. So he at the last minute on the last day, Lumi threw in his photo. Yeah, what I mean, she was like, yeah, this is the person who I chose. This is my golden ticket. Put his name on the wheel. We were like, all right, cool, let's do the spin. Did the spin, and I think we did the spin a couple of times. And when we did, because I think like the first couple of people, because mind you, and I have to say this, remember guys, that whenever you win, or if you win, like each week, if you win, even if you win a golden ticket, you have to be there on the day that we do the spin, because if you're not there, you won't know if you've won, and we have to, the person has to be live and respond, or we have to spin it again, right? So just want to put that reminder out there. So a couple people weren't. So then we actually did it again, and it landed on his name, and he ended up being the person who actually won the Mace Windu. So shout out to him. Congrats on that. Definitely deserved. He's such a solid dude. So definitely wanted to give him a special shout out. But yeah, this figure right here. Now, mind you, they were pushed back again on here's my only criticism about this figure is that it doesn't have the purrs. It doesn't have the rolling eyes. And I think that it would have basically done them great service if they would have did it, because if you have the rolling eyes and you get different perspectives and different expressions, and we didn't get that, you know what I mean? So now you have this particular figure. Now and we got to always err on the side. And I should have said it with Obi-Wan. A lot of blogger photos sometimes don't do this figure justice. You know what I mean? It won't do it the justice or give it the justice it needs until you see it in hand, because you got to keep in mind that a lot of, photographers and stuff like that rely on, filters sometimes to bring out certain detail and things like that. Sometimes it can lower down the value or even the expression if you're adding way too much. Not saying that everybody does it, but some people do that. Mandy, I think you can attest to that as well. That
it's the focal length as well, isn't it? The length of the lens you use, whether it distorts the face or whether it makes it more of a compressed sort of look. So you can get, loads and loads of different
expressions. Yeah, definitely. So again, but do I also see, a hint of like, it looks like a younger version of Samuel L. Jackson, and I see it. I definitely see that, but we did get some pushback on it. You know what I mean? As far as like, people complaining about the sculpt and stuff like that, which I wasn't. The tailoring on this is incredible. The sculpt, I think, is incredible for what we're actually getting. And it doesn't deviate too far away from, what, Hot Toys has shown us with the actual prototype. But I'm definitely excited about it, and I cannot wait till it comes. What did you think about this, Calvin?
This is a bad mother.
Right.
Y'all already know that. As soon as this hit the screen, I was all over this. I know it's not 100%, but there's no way in hell I wouldn't have this on my shelf as a representation. I'm going to try and find somebody to take the hilt and Dremel in BMF bad motherfucker on it, like he has on his own personal one. So that's a goal of mine to do that with this. But I've also already put an order in for this. So for a CCFL. So yeah, this is a hell of a figure though for right now. So I've got this, and I've got him as Nick Fury. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. To answer your question real quick before I go to you, Mandy, on this, Nordine Birenane, err on the side of caution. You just have to know who you're getting it from. Like, there's some people out there, like there's Tim Cent, there's a couple of different, there's Tim Cent, there's Kit. I've heard a mixed bag about pop collectibles. Some people love pop, some people don't. So I've heard a mixed bag about that. I won't mention other people because I don't want to say, well, TNS, definitely you can actually reach out to them. There's a couple of like distributors over there. There's one mainly that everybody knows, and I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, that you want to kind of stay away from. You want to be careful about. So just do your research, and I'm pretty sure you'll know exactly, who you can get it from. So just wanted to give that a shout out as well. But Mandy, what are your thoughts on this piece?
It's beautiful. I mean, his sculpt does look a little bit different, but it's not. Who it is.
Yeah.
I was thinking, as you were talking just a little bit ago, has there ever been a sculpt that people haven't moaned about? I remember when Bo-Katan came out, and people were like, she looks like John Cena. She looks like, man. What are you seeing? It isn't exactly Katie Sackhoff, but I like the artist's expression. It's nice if it's just a little, it's great if it's bang on, but I even heard people moaning about the Fennec Shand. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was offered this by my boy this week. He was like, "I've got one left. Do you want this?" Because I hadn't pre-ordered this, and it's like I really can't. There's too much coming in at the moment. I do want it, but I can't get it right now, so I've got to be sensible.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful, you know, and I mean, some of the poses you can get out of him just look brilliant.
Definitely.
Look at him, badass.
Badass for real. Shout out to Kobe. Thank you for being here, Kobe, as always, and coming through each and every week. We appreciate you. But yeah, Mandy, it's you cannot deny the presence this way. And here's the thing: in hand, we always talk about in hand photos. You got to get it in hand first before you're subjected to saying, you know what I mean? Get it in hand. Make sure you get it in hand. You know, because that's going to tell the tale. And that's why I always wait for like people like MRC to get it, because then he gives us full detail of what it's going to look like in hand. You know, so I try to look at also the unsealed revealed, you know, because that's also another way to look at it. Wow, Beskar got his. He's getting his. Just got a shipping notice from Mace. Should be here Tuesday or Wednesday. Nice. So definitely it's going to be a few people getting that in earlier. I'm going to get the Mace. To be honest, there are only a few angles where I see a bit of resemblance to Samuel L. Jackson. Get in the hand first, bro. I think that, again, that's why I'm to that point where I don't rely solely on the blogger photos anymore. I don't. I really, really don't. I'd rather see it in hand first before I pass that judgment. That's why I got two, one for the Attack of the Clones display, one for the, yeah, you already know, the Clone Wars display. Can't have too many. Yeah, definitely. 60-30 of Sam Jackson's likeness, 60 to 30%. Yeah, definitely. I think, look, it's all up to interpretation. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Also gold standard, what is this, like with his videos that he drops each and every week. And if you haven't already, head over there to make sure, because he just got a few in, like he's always dropping them. So make sure that you head over there thinking, yeah, he just got like a few in. He gets them ahead of everybody. So definitely shout out there. Beskar baller. Yeah, right. And he got that card. He gonna definitely shoot over to make sure he get me one. But definitely, man, shout that out as always. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you got people like, you know, MRC, Beskar, when you got, you know, the unsealed reveals, when you got Justin who does the reviews, you know what I mean? When you get people who basically get those things in first and you see them in hand, it's going to tell you everything that you definitely need to know about that figure. So definitely make sure that you always pay attention to those blogger photos. I mean, because again, and of course, this thing came out and I looked at the purple blade and I was like, as soon as they released it, the first thing I thought about was automatically, it was crazy that I thought about this with CCFLs, because I was like, as bright as that looks, we already know it's Photoshop, and we already know that the battery or the LED system that comes with it is not that bright. I want this purple to be bright. I definitely do. It needs to be bright. I don't want that shit looking dull in my collection. It needs to be bright. And I'm like, fuck, the only way I can do it is the CCFL. So there you go, Calvin. There you go, Calvin.
That's a beautiful saber, though, isn't it? Look at that.
It's like, what Calvin said? I ain't say nothing. You said it.
Slippery slope.
Yeah,
slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. Once you go down that end, the deep end, is just like, yeah, nah. It's just one of those things. You know, that happens. Speaking of which, let me see here. Let's go. Yeah. So definitely, man, you want to make sure, just err on the side of once you get it in your collection, man, that you just wait till you get it in your collection to see it before you do anything.
I wish I was getting it. Look at it. Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And I want to see
day.
Exactly. Beskar, if you are going to do this for both Clone Wars and Attack of the Clone, I want to see that visually. I want to see how it's going to look, because we got a hint of it. I think there was one photo. Let me get to that photo. Oh, I love this. This one right here is like one of my favorite photos. I love this. But we got one. This right here. The way this looks is brilliant. The way they did that was phenomenal. And this is how. And here's the thing. Like, I would I mean, well, technically there is 2 coming, but one is for F. Wellington. So I'm good with one. I'm good with doing it the way I want to do it, the way I envision it. And I can just kind of play around with it when it comes to photos and stuff like that. But this right here is phenomenal. This is probably like one of the best ways to kind of pull it off. So I want to see how that's actually done, and how that's going to look. So please, Beskar, when you do these videos, man, give us both of those interpretations. Pretty sure you will, but I want to see how that's going to look, because I know that's going to be incredible, bro. But yeah, also Commander Green as well. Shout out to you, and I can't wait till you do your photography outdoors and show us how he's going to be with his Legion of Clones. I definitely can't wait to see that, bro. I know Commander Green kills it as
That's
always.
going to be cool.
Yeah, that's going to definitely be pretty dope. But it's like seeing those perspectives. I want to see how it's going to look, how it's going to definitely come across, because, you know, that's always, again, unfortunately, I got mine through Sideshow, so it's going to take some time for me to get it. So we'll definitely see it. But
look at the tailoring. Beautiful.
Yeah,
It really, oh man, look at that. Look at
look at the tailoring. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that. That looks phenomenal.
Just gorgeous.
It looks phenomenal, because he's the only one who has the tailoring this way that looks so much prestige and really good. I'm wondering though, because remember, on his hilt, on his actual hilt, he had, what did he have? BMF?
BMF, bad motherfucker.
Yeah. So do you think? I'm wondering if Hot Toys pays that much close attention to detail, and if they put it.
Wishful thinking, but I'm sure they missed that.
Yeah, they probably.
I hope they do, but I'm sure that was a miss.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll definitely see if they do it. So that is definitely wishful thinking, but I would definitely want to see that on there. So I don't know. They probably will. They probably won't. I don't know. But yeah, everybody out there, let me know if you're gonna get your hands on this. I'm pretty sure everybody will. I'm pretty sure you will. You're gonna have it. Look at that shot. That's the thing. I don't know. The bad part about it is, with Mace, you have options. You can pose him with Palpatine. You can pose him with Anakin and Obi-Wan. You can pose him fighting, super battle droids or just battle droids. Jango. You can pose him there. There's so many different options with this particular character. It just depends on which one you choose. So that's always the tough part. But these things look phenomenal. They look phenomenal. They definitely look phenomenal.
That's a great shot.
It is. It's definitely a great shot. Mandy, I cannot wait to see what you're going to do. Are you getting Mace?
Not immediately. I mean, I think because I've got so many pre-orders coming in. So I think maybe, a little bit later, but yeah, I would like him, but I've just got to be sensible. Unless I can sell my Rickenbacker, I'll sell that, and then I'll pick up a couple of extra figures.
Yeah, definitely. If you could, like, that would be incredible. Let me see here, Walker. It said Mondo Kenobi closed out Dark Side event. What a blast it was. Yeah, so Mando Kenobi definitely. So wait a minute. So a little sad that. So wait a minute. Mando Kenobi was the last close out the event. I hear you. What? Hold on. Who? What? Hold on. Let me see. Is that true? Is that true? So was that the last one from the event? So is it true that the Mando Kenobi was the last to close it out? Oh, okay, it lasts till June. Okay, so there might be a few more coming, because they got. Come on, man. I ain't got to say it, because we definitely need the rest of those Inquisitors. If they don't give us that, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're trying to do or what you're trying to pull off, but you got to definitely do that. I need. If you do those, you will not hear me anymore. I'll be silent, but we definitely need those. There's a few more, because we still got Dooku. We still got a couple more that are going to go up, and we should be receiving or seeing. So I'm going to move on before we actually get to the exclusives. I'm going to leave the exclusives for last, but I'm going to talk about another reveal. Speaking of Mace, right? And we're going to stay basically within that realm of Mace. We're going to start talking about Revenge of the Sith. And what we got Because Calvin, we were on the show on Wednesday when all of this shit started dropping and had no idea. And I was stuck because I was like, yo, I was stuck between whether or not this was the Clone Wars version or if this was, Revenge of the Sith. I had zero idea. Like, I didn't know that. But we're talking about Darth Sidious. This was released on Wednesday night, early Wednesday night, before we even got done with the show. They released it and we started talking about it. And at first, it stumped me because I thought this was a release. I didn't know it was a reveal of this figure. I thought it was released, number one. Number two, the only thing that I thought that we were going to get was the, 2.0 version possibly of Sidious, on his throne. And I was like, well, we would probably get that. Little did I know that they were prepping us for this particular version in hand. And that is fucking insane. That is crazy. Calvin, is this one that you would get to complete that line, or are you going to hold off? I think you did. Don't you already have a Sidious?
I have the other one ordered. And then, of course, they do what they do and drop a double on you. Like that on it. No, I think this one's dope, especially that evil ass face that he's got.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and like I said,
he needs some dental work.
Give him my wife's business card and shit.
Right, bro.
No, this is hot.
Yeah,
and because I always kick myself because, like I said, I wasn't on the Star Wars kick when I first got into this, and I distinctly remember the throne and Sidious being available, like just readily available. I could have got it at any time back in the day, and I just never thought about it. So yeah, I can't let this one go by.
Yeah, definitely can't let it go. Which reminds me, because I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I forgot because I was so enthralled in trying to get. I was focused on getting those exclusives. What we're going to talk about here in just a few moments. But I was focused on getting those so much that I forgot about this figure. And I was like, fuck, I gotta, definitely got to make sure that I do it. Because the good thing is it is a time exclusive release, even though I don't care about those coins. I really don't, but if it's the same price, I was like, all right, whatever. Mandy, what do you think about this as far as, the release of this or the reveal of this? How do you feel about it?
I don't like him. He's a nasty man. No, I'm not a massive Sidious fan. I think I'd have nightmares if he came in the house. I've actually said to a couple of people, if I was given one, I would pass it on to them. It's like, no, not for me. I mean, he's great in the films and the actor's brilliant, but no, he's too creepy ass for me. I'm very particular with my dark boys, like obviously I love Vader, I love Maul,
yeah.
But Sidious for me, no.
You're like, no,
I appreciate, it's a good figure. Although he does look like he's got a tiny little lightsaber, and I know size doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter, but look how little it is. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. A great figure, but most certainly not for me. Of my faint heart, I couldn't cope.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those where you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, how did his teeth go bad so fast? He didn't bloody brush.
Well, I mean, you know what? And this is my thing. I've always erred on this side of what if, in fact, that he was so already, fused in the dark side that the version of Palpatine that we got was a fake facade, that he was always this way, and we just didn't know it. That through the Force and through the dark side, he was able to kind of manipulate his appearance.
And yeah. You
know what I mean? I always thought about that because it was a little bit too easy that even though, Mace was able to deflect the Force lightning, in which kind of mutilated, and deformed Palpatine, I always erred on the side that there was enough darkness in him to maybe manifest his true appearance at that point of who he was. You know what I mean? So, and even like in the Dark Side novels itself, Palpatine wasn't too quick to reveal himself or his appearance. Even when he was on the Senate, from afar away, he didn't really want to reveal his, too much of what he was. But, through stories, that's when things started, airing out and getting leaked. Because you can even look at his fingernails, everything down to like the fingernails, the hands, everything. There's a level of deformity there. So I'm always like, well, there's a possibility. It's never really been hinted at in novels or anything like that, but there's a high possibility that it could have actually been there. And along Leia, I've always thought that, yeah, definitely, that's what I think. I agree with you, Leia. I always thought it was like his true appearance revealed. Yep, it's what it felt like. That what we were seeing was definitely a facade the entire time. Over the time, especially where we know Plagueis, being his master, taught him so many different things. Like, he was so deeply enthralled in the dark side that, the manifestation of his power, everything was crazy. The fifth brother and fourth sister may still get announced during the event, but from what I've been told, Mando Kenobi is the last exclusive figure released for the event. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, because I know a lot of people are tired of those exclusives. Even though I don't mind them, and it's fun, the thrill of the chase is fun, still is exhausting, especially what we ran into. We're going to talk about that here shortly. But no, this piece right here, I mean, definitely, because again, if you were at the event, you get those exclusive coins, or if you just get the special edition, you get this right here. So definitely I will have this. Oh, and this iconic scene right here. Now, let me ask, do y'all think there's a leak here? I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying, do you think it might be a possibility of people who missed out on, Yoda, that they might give us another Yoda? And here's why I say that it's not too far away from the possibility of us getting another Yoda. With the Acolytes coming, and we know that he existed during that era, they could decide to give us another Yoda. So I'm just saying,
with movable eyes,
possibly. You never know, because we need that. I think that we need, and I think that would be dope if we here. Or what they could be doing is saving the light side for next year. You know what I mean? They can save the light side for next year and not, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's interesting, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that picture plays out in the long run. But in any instance, I think it's phenomenal that we have this. I'm definitely excited about it. I know it's going to definitely do us some justice to have this in our collection. And I can't, like you said, Cal, I can't pass up on it because it is definitely, even though, like I said, having both, I have the original. I have the original and I have the Clone Wars version on order, but this is just going to turn out just like Vader, where you just, every time there's a Palpatine, somebody will, definitely want to go ahead and get it. Unless, that's if they're going to basically make it interesting, and worth it at that point. But I think they definitely will, and it's going to be an incredible piece. I can't wait to get it. Now moving on, we're going to move in the realm of I call this the Commander Green segment. I dedicate this to Commander Green. I dedicate this to Commander Green. I dedicate this to CT603. I dedicate this to Besco. I dedicate this to anybody who's a cologne collector. This is the space that they're going to basically exist in, because this is dedicated to the clone collectors in this space. This was one of the first ones that we saw as far as the exclusive line that dropped exclusively that we started seeing, right? We knew that it was going to come, but at the time, I didn't know that they were going to label this exclusive. Now I'm gonna get into my thoughts about exclusive and what deserves or what should have an exclusive label, and with being sensibly and making sense doesn't seem like it should have been an exclusive. We'll talk about that in a bit. But this was the first one that they mentioned of being, an exclusive. Now, this was also brought to my attention on Friday when we were on LWO, Calvin, and I was like, fuck, really? Wow. Now I see it. Did not know. Let me look. Yeah, I looked at it. I did not know that this is somewhat a modified armor of Hunter. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. Same backpack, same blaster, almost the same. Yep. same pads, like everything, same boots, everything. This is a modified repaint of Hunter, but I think that they used the chest plate slightly different. So the chest plate is slightly modified and cut lower. So they did have some modifications there. And of course, they added the helmet and it's a repaint. But I did not see that at all. And I was like, wow, I'm so surprised that I missed that. That was actually there. Shout out to my guy, as always, second brother, man. What's going on with you, my brother, man? Thank you for being here as always, bro. We definitely appreciate you. So good to have you here. Who, me? I don't like clones that much. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, right. Mandy, what were your thoughts when this dropped?
I really like it. I mean, I haven't got any clones apart from Old Man Rex, the custom one. But I do like them. Like I say, if money was endless and space was endless, not that I display them, but just to store them, I would grab this because I just like it. There's a lot of expression in this figure. I like the fact that his little helmet lights up as well.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of the Bad Batch, so I'd probably prefer to get Hunter than this guy. But I do really like it. I saw it again, MRC's video, and it looks good. It looks good. Good articulation. You know, the armor's a really nice design. But not for me.
Yeah. I know it's not going to be for a lot of people out there, but definitely it's, it for a lot of like Clone and Republic Commandos who ever played that game, you notice you wanted to have these clones and have the Imperial version. When I saw it, when Howard teased it, I was like, yeah, I gotta have this shit. Like because I love the game and I definitely wanted to have that representation. Calvin, you were in a queue on Friday. And somehow I know whenever you're in the queue, you're going to get this shit, or you're going to end up getting it, or it's going to sway your way. First of all, did you end up getting one?
2. Oh, nice.
See? Hold up. I got it before you answer though. Before I get into you, Calvin, because Dan. Sometimes, usually when Dan comes in. And I don't like bringing him in until I look behind him first. I'm like, what he got? The fuck is he going to cheat with today? I'm not bringing him. I know better. Especially when he's drinking coffee. Yeah, I see you, motherfucker. When he's drinking coffee. Yeah. And he got his pinky up, bro. and he got his pinky up, bro.
Yes. Yes.
You already know, bro. And he got his pinky up. Like, there you go, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Dan, thank you for being here, bro. Damn, bro, I love that jumper too, bro. This shit's dope. That hoodie, this shit's crazy as shit. Love that.
Oh yeah, skateboard hoodie.
Yeah, hell yeah. You already know all day, bro. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
That's right.
Skaters will know, bro. If you know, you know. Hell yeah, that should take me back. But definitely, bro. Appreciate that, man. I don't see you cheating anything back there. What's
dude, I've been kind of busy, so like I cleaned my collection room a little bit yesterday, and then I fucking changed some poses, and I like all my poses right now, so that's how I'm not cheating. So
hell yeah,
I didn't pull anything out, I still have this motherfucker in the box, so I just haven't really taken them out yet.
Lumi's on his chat right now, right? Box watch.
The box watch, so
Lumi's in the chat right now, bro. So she gonna say that
out.
Anyway, bro, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I get to you just in just a second, man. Cal, though, when we talk about this piece, bro, I'm not gonna repeat what you said, but how
I didn't say shit.
You didn't say nothing. You just got you. We already know.
I just said peace. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say a damn word.
But nah, like so how was it? First of all, I want to ask you a question. How was it when you were trying to get it? Was it a smooth transition for you, or did you have problems as well?
I don't know. I had problems like everybody else, but I was at work and driving in traffic, so I didn't give a shit. I had nothing but time on my hands, and I'm getting paid for it. So I went in, had it logged on my phone. Listening to you guys giving me feedback of what's going on, because I can't necessarily watch what's going on. So I'm getting feedback from you in the chat of the live. and I would go back and look every so often when I had a chance, and then you would see the time fluctuate up and down, whatever. And it wasn't something that I needed, but I was like, if I can get it, I'll get it. I'm a sucker for things that light up. So when I found out that the head, I thought it was USB, but find out that it's battery, I'll just have to get one of my guys to hook that up for me. The fact that it lit up, and I think it's a dope looking figure. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So I want to say I was 1,000 or 1,100. I was between 9 and 11, somewhere in that realm. So I was like, I know I'm early enough in the queue to get it if it goes through, but it kept going back and forth with all the issues. So initially had all those problems, and then eventually after a while, it finally was like, you're next. When I jumped in and acquired it. So it was a pain, but like I said, I was at work, so it wasn't like it was stressful for me. I was like, if I get it, I get it. If not.
Yeah, and definitely, bro. Like, again, this is one of the ones. Like I said, we're going to get to that point. I want to talk about, like, once we, get to the end of the run as far as the exclusives. I want to talk about this one. I'm gonna come back to it, and then we'll have that discussion. Dan, did you go after this at all, bro?
I tried. The same thing with the Kenobi. Like, I had issues when my Kenobi, I was like just under 1,000, or I was at 1,000. I can't remember because I was at work when this whole day when it was doing that, and then so I had trouble adding the Kenobi to my cart. It wouldn't do anything, but I was at work, so I didn't really have time to like sit there and keep trying. So I was like, fuck it, I don't really care. Like, I think they're both exclusive figures are cool, but I just don't. It's not gonna kill me if I don't get them.
If you didn't get them in your hand,
and then with these specifically, I feel like they're gonna do more of them. So now that they have that helmet mold, they're gonna definitely do probably some bigger ones, hopefully. But either way, I tried to get this one. This one, I was like fucking like 400 or 500 in the queue, so I was early in this one, and then I just couldn't. The website wouldn't even load. I got in. And then that shit crashed, and then it kicked me out, and then I hopped back in line, I guess, and then it just kept glitching out for a second. And I was like, I don't have time for this, so I was like, fuck it, I don't care.
That's what it did to me, bro. Like, it kept, like, I was on there live, bro, and it kept glitching. Like, it would kick you out. I think it was harder for me to get this than it was for Kenobi. It was just stalling slightly for Kenobi, but it eventually went through.
It just wouldn't let me add it to my cart when I got to Kenobi.
Bro.
It just wouldn't let me add it. And so I was like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, like Kenobi would let me, like, I was able to get it. Like, I managed, to kind of get in early on both, so I was able to get them. But it was just, like, hard as fuck to get that added. Like, it just kept giving me, like, an error.
Yeah,
like, I tried several times to do it, several times to definitely get in, and it just kept kicking me out. MRC just dropped Mace, so I'm gonna definitely check that out. But yeah, it just definitely kept kicking me out, man. I just had so many problems. Lael, you were having a really rough time. Yeah, I did. It was really, really crazy that they did that, but eventually I got it. I managed to get in and grab one, so I was like, all right, cool. And then Toya was in on her account, and I was trying to get another one through her account, but it just wouldn't work. And it ain't me telling, because legally she can have her own account. It was on her own network and stuff like that. So it was hers, but she just couldn't get it. So I was just like, you know what, whatever, at least I got one at that time. But I did manage to pick up two because, shout out to Uncle Keith, who sold me his. So I'm like, all right, cool, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So I wanted to have two of them. I needed to have two of them, in the display. So I am excited about that. But definitely, man, it was a major problem getting this one actually through. So this was definitely the first of, sorry about that. I didn't mean to share this one. It was the first of the many exclusives that, or the two exclusives that we actually got. But this one, and I'll say this like this is the one that deserved to be an exclusive more so. Because again, it was one that I don't think anybody saw coming. Nobody saw this shit coming. And if you say you did, you're lying. I did not see this coming at all.
You guys
literally
hear that the Hot Toys hella ripped off one of the customizers though.
Yes,
David
Mandy,
Moon.
can we talk about that real quick, Mandy?
Oh man,
Yeah.
oh man. I mean, he did it back in 2022.
Yeah.
The difference is he used the metal belt rather than like the leather one, but and it's a lot slimmer looking. I mean, I really like this figure, but I saw it and I was chatting to him, and it's like, man, they really ripped you off. And then he did the exact Clone Wars one as well in 2021.
Yep.
And it's so close. And then when he saw the unboxing, so there's David's, and he just superimposed the head on. You sees a much slimmer body. He hasn't got the padding behind. But and then there were some photographs he'd taken that were on there. You know, when you take the top cover off, the slip cover.
Yeah.
His actual photos, like, in the picture in the background, his poses, his photos, his figures with that belt, with the metal belt. And it's like, come on, maybe pick your ideas off someone. But yeah, there they are up there. But don't actually steal someone's photos, because he owns those photos. And I know they're of a Disney figure or a Star Wars figure, but he took the photos of his custom and then they just whipped them and used them.
But he took things in there.
Yeah, he took it so well. He was like, well, I'd just like a job at Hot Toys. And I'd be like, absolute rip-off bastards, you know. But I do like the figure.
And he said he's not out for blood. He was just like, just give me, you know, hey, hit me up. That'd be good. Just hit me up and give me a figure. But hey, they showcasing. But I think, you know, also in a sense, they did him a favor. Yeah. They did definitely do him a favor. But I think that they should have definitely, because he doesn't, like, bro, look at these clones. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, I bought some stuff from him before, dude, and it's all like really great quality, man.
Okay, because I'm out of the loop, and when I'm out of the loop, I feel disrespectful when I'm not giving people shout. I feel really disrespectful, like that I don't know what these people do, because I'm not really as connected as everybody are. And I'm looking at this shit like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, it looks good, isn't it? Phenomenal. His work looks incredible. And I'm like, what? Are you crazy? Like, literally, his stuff look in the variances, the different versions that we see. Like, that is phenomenal work that he does. I know H Green is salivating right now, but this is like incredible work that he look at this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
So good.
Like, he is so good. And I'm just mad that I didn't know about this. Or maybe I'm just not as connected as I thought. But
if you see it, you think it's, is it a Hot Toys? Is it an exclusive? Is it a, you know, I mean, they just look at it. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Like,
he was doing the season 2 upgrades for Mando way back when. And that's when I first saw his stuff, and that's when I got that from him too. And dude, just even the paint apps, like even to the new Beskar Mando, like the paint apps that he had on those little upgrades were like incredible. They still look better in my opinion than the one that gave us.
Yeah, bro. Like, wow. And you said you got some stuff from him, Dan.
Yeah, that was what I got, dude. The Beskar upgrade, the season 2, before it even came out. This was like what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. But yeah, dude, like I've been so tempted.
His photos are great as well. Look at his photos. Wow. But that's what I mean. You know, give him credit at least, or speak to him and say, "Is it okay if we use your photos?" You know.
And they just basically superimposed his photos, and that was wrong.
With his belt. They didn't even swap the belt up.
Yeah.
You know.
That was wrong, bro. Like, I don't care. That is completely wrong. You don't do that. I mean, yes, licensing, and there might be a licensing issue. I get all that. But come on, man. You don't do that to a person. You really don't. At least give them some type of credit if you're using their photos. Don't just be like, okay, no, since you did it and you're not licensed, we're just going to use your shit. Nah, come on, man. Like, nah, that's that. I don't think that's fair. I really don't think.
On the comments, I keep putting #justice for D Woon. You know?
Yeah. But I mean, going back and because you can tell the differences between the belt and everything. So they used reused Django's, of course, when it comes to it. So that's crazy. We got Pop Culture in the building. Thank you for being here, brother.
What up?
Yeah,
I hate being late.
You hate being late?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right,
I normally
am
like
bro.
early.
That's all right.
But we had a lot of things happen this weekend.
It's all right, bro. You good? You good?
You're
You
fashionably
good,
late.
I don't. Hold on. I'm trying not
you don't
to
have to be on camera if you
but...
don't, bro. Look.
No.
I understand. Sometimes if you're naked, bro, you don't have to come on camera, bro. It's okay.
Hey.
I'm real. But I'm gonna get off camera because technically I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, you're working. You're working, bro. You're working. We got you, bro.
Anyway,
thank you for being here.
So tonight went for the it's for the thing that I'm doing tonight on my channel. We're gonna talk about that. Well, we're not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna get you guys thoughts on the whole customize using the photos and what have you, because it's a very intricate and delicate thing, because technically they could legally go after him because it's their IP, and if they're using the same anyway, I'm going to be devil's advocate for a second. Like if I Hot Toys probably should have just, they're a big enough company to take their own photos. Why would you do that? So somebody was lazy in their marketing department and their art department or whatever, being lazy. But technically, I believe that anything with their IP, because I've taken pictures of my own Darth Vader on the couch, and I got a letter, or I got a email to take down my stuff because it's it's my photo, but it's their thing, and it's just that, like, I'm not 100% sure on how everything works, so I'm not going to speak on it. I know you guys, Mandy, I'm going to have Anthony on later tonight too. So that's going to be, a thing we talk about later. I don't like the fact that, they just took it and they should have used their own thing. But in the same vein, I think technically they can take it, if I'm not mistaken. But I wish we had a lawyer.
They might be, but in good taste, they shouldn't. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, in good taste, definitely. You're big enough, you can have your own photographer or a blogger take all the photos and put it in your art box, or have somebody draw something up, because having the stuff in the background like that, you don't really need a figure, right? You don't need a picture of a figure. You just draw something up and have it in the background. You have the figure up front that you made, sure. But like, yeah, that was pretty shitty.
Yeah,
of Hot Toys with all the money they got.
It is hard because, and like you said, man, pay him, like maybe basically pay him a couple dollars to say, hey, we would like to use your photos, or
is that okay?
Yeah. We know that
basically probably go, that's flattering, that's great, and I go, I'll send you a figure just to say.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure if they would have reached out to him and said, hey, could we utilize your photos, he probably would have been like, yes. You know what I mean? If you're giving me credit to do it, if you want to give me as a blogger, and probably would have been like, yo, no money or whatever. If it's just advertisement,
how honored.
That's dope. And that would be an honor to do something like that, because what's going to happen is you're going to get him more shine. People are going to go to his page. He's going to get more opportunity at that particular point. So to do something like that would have been incredible. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? But they didn't. And didn't even give any recognition. But, Casa, I agree. The hardest part is that they own the IP. Like they have a license for it. And it's tough. Like it's a real tough situation.
I see Windman, saying that legally they can't use, and it's not his figure, but he did use the Kenobi head from the Revenge of the Sith, right? So technically that's Hot Toys'. But there was the big hubbub a couple of years ago with Toys Wonderland, right? Where Hot Toys went after, and Sideshow went after Toys Wonderland to pull down their stuff because they couldn't use picture, because they don't own the pictures, and some of the pictures they used were actually photos of other bloggers and not the actual like real photos that Hot Toys put out. So there was like all this hubbub about that, and I'm like, if you're using parts, because unless he like 3D printed some of the stuff on there, wait, there's no way someone in charge there would allow the right? It was some low-level person in the marketing department that's like, yo,
they fucked up.
These look cool.
Fucked up.
We can use these. We're Hot Toys. So,
they literally fucked up and didn't think it didn't what they did.
Notice the belt,
And then what they did was they tried to superimpose it in the back and fuzz it out a little bit, thinking that you would be able to see it. Oh hell no! People would especially if you show somebody's gonna pick that shit out.
In any community, dude. There are people that pick the smallest detail of a stitch, and I'm like, what the hell are you looking at? Like, I'm not gonna like pick out a stitch in the thing. But did you just bring this up? Because did everybody talk about this? All right.
No, we just brought it up. I just started talking about it, just now. And I just talked to Mandy about, because we were talking about David Woon and like how, the shout out to David Woon because he started following me. I just followed him as well, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, bro.
He's great.
You do such amazing work. I definitely want to hit him up and have him on. I was talking to Jay about it and have him on at least one time. To really talk about his custom work because I think he does. I'm just now seeing this shit. So I'm David, if you're watching, I apologize, man. I'm learning about different people through individuals who are out there. So to know that you do work as well is a blessing, man. So sorry if I haven't, if I didn't notice it before, but now that I notice your work now, I'll start basically showing it because I do want to give a shout out to people who are artists and do this work. So, but yeah, what were you going to say, Costa?
I was just saying the same thing that you're just saying. It's like really great to discover new people and, Mandy posting that stuff. I don't know if he did some of your Rebels figures because I'm kind of jealous. Well, anyway, we're learning all kinds of new people. UK, it's awesome to, be able to bridge the Atlantic divide and everything. And I love, finding new people because I might want a custom one day. I know you heard me, Disney. I might want a custom. I don't care because your Hot Toys people aren't making my OT figures that I want.
Yeah. But this is and again, Dan, I talked to you about it. You said that this was another one that you had issues with getting, so you was like, fuck it. It's like,
I was like, it's cool, but honestly, bro, you can damn near make this again when they released that other Mando, the Clone Wars, the Mandalorian Siege ones, the one with the red armor. You could pop the other Kenobi sculpt on if you have it. So,
or speak to David.
Or speak to David, exactly,
bro. Like that.
Dude,
again,
I want that damn military style Boba Fett that he made. Like,
I
was gonna ask him how much would it take to get?
Are you which one? Thing? Which one?
There was one that it's like Boba Fett, but like he has full on like military like rig and gear. And
this
everything.
One?
It's similar. No, it's like full on Boba Fett colors. Like
it's Boba Fett colors.
You'll see it. It's way down there. Probably, I'm sure. You'll see it.
Yeah, I got.
Like even the transport trooper looks fucking sick with all that stuff on, dude. Yeah, like that. That's fucking sick, dude.
What, this one right here?
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible, bro. That is incredible. He's doing such a good job, bro. With that work, man. But yeah, man, this one right here was definitely easier to get. Calvin, you got this one in hand too, didn't you, bro?
Yeah. I don't remember what number I was, but having a good support group with our friends, they come through. So one of our guys came through. I just shot him my login and he put the shit in the cart for me and took care of it for me. So
yeah, definitely.
So bro. But got it done.
Yeah, man. This again, it was one that wasn't expected. But again, they slapped it behind it.
That's the only reason I jumped on this.
Black and red, bro.
Anything with I just unboxed my second one of these right here, just because I've had it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But you give me black and red, I'm all in. So
yeah, bro. Yeah, black and
you give me
red, bro.
Combination on anything, I'm all in. So
Yeah,
I saw this, I was like, God damn it, that shit is hot.
yeah,
Does look really good.
Pulled a number 9 in the SSQ for Kenobi.
Of course
Yo,
you
you got me. Shout out to CT. Thank you for being here, brother.
Fucking Boston motherfuckers.
Get your own goddamn figures. I got my own goddamn figure.
Got the leprechaun 4 clovers shit going on.
Fucking CT, bro. Gotta love him, bro. Gotta love him, man. But definitely shout out to CT. Shout out to Commander Green too, because I was really worried that he wasn't going to get the Imperial Commando, but he definitely got it. So I was like, because I can't wait to see what he does with photos. I was really hoping that everybody who wanted to get them were able to actually get them in hand, because I cannot wait to see, what they do. I was going to get him to make a Commander Green, but not in the budget. Now I feel you, bro. And that's the thing, is like a lot of these aren't going to be in everybody's budget. But again, this was a surprise, and this is the only one out of both exclusives. And I'm not saying this in a word that, in a sense that I'm just, completely just being dismissive of the Imperial Commander, because I was really hype about getting it, and I wanted it, and I wanted to have more than one. But when they slapped it around the exclusive mark, I was like, what? This you did that with the Umbra Trooper. I would have thought you would have learned from that and did something differently with this one, and you didn't, because it didn't make sense to me. This one makes sense to me because nobody saw it coming, and it was exclusive, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll try my luck. I really, really want it, but if I can't get it, it is what it is. So, by the grace of Allah, I did get it, and I'm, thank you. I'm thankful for that. But, bro, now I want to get into this discussion, because why the hell? And I want to go back to the clone really quick, bro. Why the hell would you make this an exclusive piece, knowing that you have individuals out there who want an army build, who want more than one? You don't want just one just standing in your collection, because what sense does that make? And then you limit it one per person. So basically, you're forcing people to have to go through different ways to kind of get more than one figure. That shit. That's the only thing, and I don't care. There's nothing that anybody can say to me right now that's going to make me understand that logic, because it doesn't make sense to me, bro. Why they did that? Because you're just leaving money on the table, and then on top of that, bro, it was hard as hell to get this. You almost had to damn near sell some weed. I don't sell. I'm just not advocating that. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like literally, you had to do something to get this figure. And it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is literally crazy that you have to jump through hurdles to get something like that, bro. To stand in the queue, get kicked out like 5 or 6 times before you can actually get it. Be somebody like Mia. I felt so fucking bad for her, bro. She was number 1. I mean, not number 1, but she had 1 minute left. I think it was like 80%, 75 or 80%. She was 1 minute left and was frozen there. It got to 90%. She was still 1 minute left, and there was only a few people ahead of her. And by the time she got in, wait list. That shit was fucked up. Like, that shit was real fucked up. And I was like, yo, how in the hell does this deserve it? It's an amazing figure, and I'm so glad that I was able to get it. But I don't think it should have been an exclusive. That's just my opinion. Constance, what you think about that, bro?
I agree. Like, what the fuck? I don't normally get troopers, right? I normally don't, but the regular stormtroopers, I need those, right? The regular clones, I'm iffy on those. I get the named clones, but this one I really, really wanted, because it was part of the Bad Batch cartoon, and I would have loved to have, something else to go with my Bad Batch figures. And I got 2645, and I was like, fuck, this is not happening. And then I did what you said, and you told Xander, stick with it, Xander. Stick with it, my friend.
Yeah, bro.
And I stuck with it. I got into the where you could click on it, and I was like, oh man, it's not gonna let me. I click on it, takes a little bit, it puts it in my cart. Then I'm like, okay, do I got this? And then I click on everything and I hit place order, and it's like error 405, error 405. You get nothing, and I'm like, damn it, this again. Troopers, why the hell would you put these as an exclusive?
It didn't make sense to me.
Here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to repackage these under a different name and do one thing different here or there, and there goes your exclusive. Because it's a way for them to make money on this. Like is this good? Are these troopers really going to be exclusive and never, at least not made for another 5-10 years? Probably not. It's a trooper. I have a feeling that we're going to see these like when we had the Death Troopers from Rogue One, and they became so hard to find and so expensive, and then suddenly there were Death Troopers in The Mandalorian, and you're like, oh, well, we got to get these. Or you had the clone, you have the 501st from Clone Wars, but then you had the 501st from Kenobi series. So if these end up these haven't been in live action yet, right? If these end up in live action, I have a feeling they're just going to redo them in just a slightly different. Maybe they beef them up. Maybe they beef them up and
different
call
body,
them, their 2.0. But I love the visor. Like, I think that's the big selling point for me in the cartoon. On here, I know it was in a video game too, I believe, right? Republic Commando.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah.
So the visor is cool. Kind of reminds me of Among Us. Like, these are little Among Us guys. And you're trying to figure out which one's sus. Am I too? You guys know what I'm talking about? Among Us, the thing.
Yeah, bro.
You guys
too old? Bro.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. It's stupid. They could have done a 24-hour timed release on this because it's just parts. They probably can just make them. It's not like they had a head sculpt. It's not like like, I don't know. I have a problem with exclusives. So I'm just too old. If I was younger, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's get all the exclusives. Suck it. I'm gonna fill the hole in my soul that I have. Like, I don't have this. I need to make sure I have all the exclusives so everybody knows I got all the exclusives because I'm exclusive. Sorry, I wasn't trying to make fun of anybody out there. I'm just talking about myself. So anyway.
Got you. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for that. But that's great insight on that, because I honestly do believe that. As always, man, I do definitely believe it. Yeah. So Ian, thank you for being here, brother. We see that you made it through. What happened, bro?
Yeah, sorry, I'm late. Geez, look at me. No, so I'm still finishing off the kitchen utility room. I had to run another ring electrical circuit from the distribution box because the new hob was supposed to be plug and play, but it's hardwired in. So, and then it was trying to route through the cable from the distribution box, garage, etc. So I had to get one of my mates in to give me a hand because it's it was challenging. So as you can see, I am dressed like Till the Toolman Taylor.
Bob the Builder, bro. There you go.
Nice.
Hold on, I listen. I loved the wolf whistles. Let's go. Come on.
Look at that. And another one.
And D-Wall, if you're watching, I am available for ambassador.
Can I do the photos?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Oh yes. Sorry, I missed the show.
What do you think about? So we're talking. we're talking about these exclusives, bro. We're talking about how they're doing the exclusives, how these things are definitely working, and what do you think about, when we talk about this clone? My baby said, "What did I just, Lord?" She said, "Lord, what did I just walk myself into?" She gonna tell. she gonna tell my sis. You already know that, bro. Lucy, guess what I said? You already know.
Do you know? Lucy said you're not going on the show dressed like that, and I said, "Well, yes."
She said, "Yes, you are. Yes, I am." Oh, yes, I am. But what do you think, bro? What do you think about like this being labeled an exclusive? And do you think deservedly so? I mean, Obi-Wan, I can understand and see as an exclusive piece because of the simple fact that it was something that we didn't expect. They didn't tease it. It wasn't something that we saw coming. It was just like out of nowhere that they did that and chose it. But, and I got my thoughts on that too, but and Mandy, you probably know where I'm going since we were talking about this earlier. But do you think that this piece deserves that exclusive label, and that do you think it was a smart idea to place it behind an exclusive paywall?
So I'm not picking this one up, but I do feel for the army builders out there in terms of that aspect. That's the only thing I would say on it that's kind of negative, because I do think people would want, and I have seen people get multiple of these already, but I'm not an army builder, but for me, I think that's the big issue in terms of this. I don't see this one being an exclusive, but the Mando Kenobi, I do see that as a valid exclusive piece.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm not sure. I'm not. Listen, they'll make different versions of this, different.
Yeah, they'll give us variants,
paint apps, all this stuff. But I mean, it does look cool. I like the helmet. Is the helmet lit up, or is it just
it does
painted?
It does.
Is it right?
The top bit comes off. It's magnetic, and there's a little switch inside where you put the batteries as well.
Okay. Sorry, I've been on a different planet most of this week, so
definitely, it looks phenomenal.
You could do if you had the little minis. You could do like an Uber Eats delivery with this, couldn't you? As a photograph, with this little backpack, because it opens, doesn't it?
Oh,
you could have some like little food things in the back and do like quite a good knocking on a front door sort of thing. Or maybe that's where my head is.
Yeah. Nah, this definitely looks just simply phenomenal, and I definitely can't wait to get it. But Dan, what's your thoughts on this whole thing, them having this as an exclusive? Do you think it even makes sense? Do you think it's like, especially if let's go back, and I know this is going to be a sore spot for CT, but I'll say this, like, it is, bro, because CT was pissed. He was pissed because he wanted that Umbra Trooper. But you'd have thought that they would have learned from that, because, again, you had a figure more so than anything with that one, because you had a figure that had 3 head sculpts, like 3 different helmeted versions. You had the phase 1, phase 2. You had. Why would you would have thought they would have learned from that, but they didn't. And they did it with this, bro. Like, knowing that people aren't going to just want just one. Yeah. What you think about that, bro?
I mean, I think for troopers, they should kind of be more standard releases, because they know people want to army build these. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
but I mean, Hot Toys is gonna do what they do, man. They like to do some stupid shit sometimes, like to piss everybody off, because they want like these to be like grails later. Like, I don't know why, but that's what they want.
Yeah, they have this crazy idea. Yeah, I get it.
Like I said, though, they're gonna release some standard white ones or whatever later, so don't even worry, because you're gonna get these again. It's just this color, maybe not, but
this colorway.
You
never know,
you
man.
could get somebody to paint that up, though, couldn't you?
Yeah,
You know,
like
if, you,
3
if they
years,
did
dude.
release a white one, it'd be an easy paint job for someone that's paints.
Yeah.
And they're very good point, CT. Some folks' jobs, works, their jobs don't allow them to sit in front of a computer. Calvin, like even what you do, bro, you fucking driving on the road. You can't be sitting in front of no damn computer. You know what I mean? Trying to order shit. Like what the fuck? Like you going, like you do it during working hours, knowing that people are working. Like that's the only thing that doesn't compute to me, bro. Like why they did that. And Calvin, like knowing, okay, first of all, you were on the road, but you stopped in traffic. You were stopped, so you had time on your hands at that point.
I mean, I've been driving for 15 years. I'm pretty well. I can eat a burger, shift, steer, be on my phone, respond to emails, take phone calls. I mean, I'm pretty well versed in when it comes to driving, so it's not like it's difficult. I mean, all you gotta do is basically hit a link and just wait for it to sink you in. So it wasn't difficult, but it was just more frustrating with the process of how I went about. But it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't have any dog in the race. So like if I get it, I get it. If not, not. So
you just got that Cairo look.
No, I ain't getting like number 5 and shit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely my thoughts on it because it just feels like, and I guess Beskar mentioned that they said that the Obi-Wan exclusive was the last exclusive from pretty much the whole Dark Side run. So any other figure that we get after this may not fall under the exclusive, which I hope is true because I mean, and that was my point. Like, is this going to tire people the fuck out? Like, just be like, you know what? I'm just kind of checked out of it. Mandy, I know this isn't something that you were going to get, and that you're not interested in. But do you think that eventually, just the term exclusive, and when we're running into these old exclusive lines and this, exclusive thing, that it might tire people out? Like they might just be like, you know what, we get it. Like the thrill of the chase is there. And I like doing the lives because it gives people a chance who may not have the time to do it, may not be aware. At least it gives them a chance to like be ready for it. That's why I always start the show before the queue starts. So at least people who are watching live and they follow me, they'll know, okay, it's about to go live, or let me actually go into RSVP, or let me count on somebody like Movie Cannon, Yomo, or anybody else to go ahead and put, and shout out to Movie Cannon and Yomo as well, because, even the last couple of shows that I've done would not have been successful without them. I honestly can say that. It would not have been a successful run without them because they have definitely supplied the links that need, because I couldn't find them. Sometimes I go to them to find out when it's going to happen. So definitely shout out to both those brothers for coming through. But again, it's, it gives people more of a chance to have an experience or to get in. Even if they can't, they know they prepped and they've been ready for it. But maybe, do you think that eventually that is going to turn into a situation where people are going to be like, you know what, I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
I'm seeing it already. I mean, people are getting really pissed off, aren't they, with the whole system? It's different here, though. So I don't really understand that whole sideshow thing. Like here, the guys that I generally get them off, DP Collectibles, Toys on Fire, and The Good, Bad, and the Robots, they have a certain amount. So they'll put a post up, and then you'll say whether you want one or not. And that's how it is. We don't have to do that, that they do all that. So it must be like, oh man, it'd kill me. I don't think my heart would take it. I'd be like one of those sheep you see on the mountainside with the legs in the air stuck on the back. I couldn't cope. I couldn't cope with it. But I am seeing like in the community, people like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm done with this. This is just a real. So yeah, but again, especially like as you were saying, people that build armies don't just want one, they want 2 or 3 or 5 but it leaves them a little bit sort of, oh, well, what do I do? So yeah. Certain things you understand, and it does. The excitement's there, isn't it? I was on my bike the other day, I was listening to your show and you were going, I'm number this, there's this many minutes to go, and it's exciting, and it's a real like camaraderie.
Yeah.
But that's the community. That's not Hot Toys. It's like I don't really understand why they do that. Because, like you say, they'd sell more. They'd get more money from this figure. Why do it? I don't understand. Why would you limit them?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, DP Toys Fire. Yeah. And CT, got another good point. Overall, it is healthy for Hot Toys inside. So limited figures are sure. No stock sits. Fix the queue though. Fix the queue means of access. So definitely fix that queue, because the thing is, I think that as much as they have improved on that queue, I think they underestimated the volume of individuals who would want to get their hands on this piece, like literally. And I think that's why it kept crashing, because there were so many people that wanted, like, they forget the people who actually played the video game. Motherfuckers who played that video game and thought that shit was dope, who watched the Bad Batch and loved it and was like, yo, this shit's coming. I can't fucking wait. You know what I mean? And we're really anticipating it. Whereas with Obi-Wan, we didn't know this shit was coming. But this is a question that I had, Mandy, and I want to talk about this earlier. I want to know, do you think when we talk about, David, do you think that they actually, scrum through or rummage through different people's photos to get ideas and say, okay, if there's an interest in this, let us try it as well? If they can't really find or figure out ideas, do you think they go through, all the people who out there who do commission work, people who do create their, and like all the, do you think that they go through it and say, oh, this is getting a big response, let's use this as an idea to kind of capitalize and make our own? Do you think they do that?
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, it's, we saw this version of Obi in the Clone Wars, when he was going to go in and get Satine. But it's too close, isn't it? And then, I mean, I said to Jay about the Revan and the Star Killer. I mean, it's like, but then you could, I guess, on the other side, you could argue, well, those characters exist in the cartoons and the books and, the comics. So they're just doing that. But they must go through and go, oh, look, check this one out. I just think they are watching, always watching, They must be. But, poor David, again, as we said earlier, it's a compliment, and it's like, bloody hell, they use my photographs and my idea, really, apart from the belt, down to, but I guess that's art, isn't it? Art inspires. It's just when you see the injustice of someone small getting ripped off by someone big, you feel like you need to defend them a bit more. Whereas, Hot Toys probably did start small, didn't they? I don't know really much about Howard. And I'm very grateful for that company because it brings a lot of joy. But yeah, it's just like, where do you get, like, as I was saying, I'm losing my train of thought. With art, you get inspired, don't you? You might see a piece of art and you're like, oh, yeah, I could. And that's the beautiful thing about it, as much as it is just give credit. That's all. That's
but
that's all.
And that's completely, definitely 100% agree with you there. Like, just give credit. But you know what, Dan, this is crazy. And we always talk about this, bro. This is some funny shit. Like, so, and I saw this and I was like, yo, isn't it crazy how this shit happens? During the week, earlier during the week, when they dropped that Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars armor, we saw a lot of complaints, right? So a lot of motherfuckers that was like, yo, man, that head sculpt's terrible, this, that, and the third, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Right? We saw this shit, right? It's crazy because I saw this shit and I was like, as soon as this motherfucker right here dropped, it was like, yo, that shit is so dope.
You see that switch up, bro? That switch up. That's funny.
Bro, a complete 180.
Same
head sculpt, same everything, but they was like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. This shit right here is dope.
Now they're doing it, yeah.
And I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Got
bro.
your stupid ass. It's the same head sculpt. Say it now.
Gotcha,
Say
bitch.
it now.
That's what they said, bro. Like the same exact thing, but motherfuckers did a switch
They're
up.
over there. People were calling him like puffy lip and all kinds of stupid shit. Like,
Yeah,
like,
bro. Like it was
bro.
crazy to switch up as soon as
Maybe
this
cream
motherfucker-
isn't his color. Maybe cream isn't his color. Maybe red and black just, you know, makes everything okay.
Yeah, right. There's like, yo, we look, we know a lot of people won't like this, but at least with the red and black, at least we know we got Calvin. We're gonna put shit in
Yeah.
here quick. Let's make sure we, you know what I mean? But yo, like it was a complete motherfucking switch up, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, like it was the craziest thing I actually seen. With every purchase with the CT card, we are currently notifying your wives real time. I tried to.
You see how them Celtics fans work? You see that? Snitches get stitches, my man. You know the saying.
He's snitching. We'll notify your wife that you spent.
That's cold blooded.
Yeah, bro. It's fucking cold blooded. That's crazy. Yo, that's funny. But nah, it's loony. Like the crazy switch up on it. I mean, I get it. It's something different, and we knew a lot of people. I knew a lot of people with, again, I had to have it because I was like, I loved the relationship, the shit between him and Satine. And that's the only thing that I'm just like, fuck, right? I'm like, fuck, man. I just wish we would have got us a team, and we're not going to get it. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What you think?
I agree with you.
What you think, Costa?
Dude, this is one of those episodes from Clone Wars that just you don't forget. It's one of those Star Wars moments. One of those Star Wars moments, like, holy cow, did that just happen?
Yeah,
did that
bro.
just like you get a couple of episodes, you get a couple of episodes beforehand where you get this relationship between Obi-Wan and Satine, and you see how they are with each other, and then they Game of Thrones you. Then they Game of Thrones you and rip your heart. You're just like, why? This is cartoon on Cartoon Network. What's going on?
Bro,
here?
they
Why
just
are they doing this to
literally
me?
rip your heart to pieces with this one scene,
Maul
bro.
was just that dude. He was just
Like,
that dude.
from behind too. She's just standing there, and then suddenly the lightsaber just comes through, and you're just like, that did not just happen.
Damn.
Dude.
Yo, why is Dan saying it like, yeah, that's
dude? Because I remember watching this episode, and I was just like, holy shit, no way,
right?
Bro. Did that, bro?
Yeah,
dude.
Bro.
Bro. Fucking cold blooded.
All right. Time out.
What's up?
What?
For those of us that are laymen and clearly didn't watch this shit, what episode is this? And can somebody explain what the hell's going on?
All right.
Go ahead.
I see all y'all going in, and I'm like,
pretty simple.
Go ahead, bro.
I forget what season it is. I want to say like it's definitely after season 3.
Chad, help us out.
It's so
Obi-Wan.
You know how they're not supposed to have attachments to people,
right?
They're not supposed to fall in love. Well, Obi-Wan tries to do that, but we know that he loves Satine, right? So they have this little relationship, and
situation.
He like Maul. I forget. Maul is he invading or something like that? He's in Mandalore, and she is the queen of Mandalore.
And she's Bo-Katan's sister.
Yeah, and that's Bo-Katan's sister, which is great. But like Obi-Wan goes undercover as a Maul, like Death. I guess some of Death Watch turned into Darth Maul's like minions. Well, what we're calling the Mauldalorians, but some of Death Watch. But Satine, they're in the throne room. And they're discussing. I'm forgetting what they're discussing things. And then all of a sudden, while he's talking to Satine, because Darth Maul's like, I'm taking this shit over. Like, Mandalore's good is mine. And just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's like trying to talk Obi-Wan down, I believe. Season 5, episode 16. So it's in the later seasons.
16.
The good seasons of Clone Wars. Because like the first 3, you're developing stuff. And all of a sudden, a lightsaber comes right through her chest or her stomach or whatever. And just kills her right in front of Obi-Wan. Like
Revenge,
he is
bro.
right in front. Yeah,
Yep.
It was total revenge for
Revenge,
what he
bro.
did to him previously. And if you're watching this cartoon and you're not expecting something like this savage to happen, like Dan said, it's just one of those like twists that you're like, what?
Okay, so this is some Red Wedding type shit right here.
Yep,
Okay,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly, bro. You don't see it coming.
This is when Maul takes over Mandalore, and then is that Kate Winslet? She could.
No, not Kate Winslet.
Kate Blanchett, isn't it?
I mean, Kate Blanchett.
She
Listen, I had my Kate Blanchett. That's what I meant. I meant Kate Blanchett.
She would have been fucking perfect, bro. She would be fucking perfect if they did this, bro.
She'd be a good match for Katie Sackhoff as well with the cheekbones. You know.
She would. She's perfect. She'd be fucking perfect for it.
I really hope that maybe there's a flashback somewhere. Like Dave Filoni is like, let's throw a little bit of Obi-Wan and Satine in here. I don't know. It's wishful thinking.
They need to do a live action Clone Wars film. Like, it would be so
we
good.
could get this figure, because I would. That's what I would do. I would pair it up with.
So
with Satine.
You know what? That's an interesting question that I want to ask everybody. Right. Now I know a lot of people don't like people to do this because they like that level of perfection. They want you to keep that level of perfection because Clone Wars was fucking perfection. So I know a lot of people won't want this. But if Dave Filoni and Lucasfilm decided we're going to give you a live action Clone Wars, right? Live action, but they name it something different, but they give us scenes from it, whatever. They do whatever, and they incorporate Satine in the season itself. They incorporate, which would be a perfect way for them to also give us, because Natalie Portman says she's open to coming back. She is. Give us basically that. Like, show us some things that we didn't actually see. Would people be with
Yes. So many stories. You could just focus on like one small story, one small arc that really could be self-contained. Like it doesn't even it'll be part of the Clone Wars, but it doesn't have to totally connect with everything else. You could do something that is on its own, just a little bit of the battles, because they didn't tell us everything that happened in the Clone Wars in that show. So yes, I'm all in. Make it happen, Lael. Make it happen.
If they did some shit like that, I think it would definitely be incredible, bro. It would definitely be something that we wanted to. And this shit right here, when somebody did this it almost makes you want to cry, because you can definitely, this expresses the heartache. Look at this right here, bro. Damn. Mom standing there like, hell, fucked her up.
He's like, got your ass, bitch.
Bro, that was so painful. It was heart-wrenching. And also, for
rough.
people who watched season 7, the final season of Clone Wars, especially when Bo-Katan was like, I would have thought you of all people, knowing what happened, would be for helping out, the Mandalorians and basically sending a squad to help take over and take back after the siege of Mandalore, take back Mandalore. And that what makes that one moment so much more important, because you know how heart-wrenching, and he loved her so much. He did. He definitely did. Even when he knew he wasn't supposed to, he definitely loved her so much. So with that being said, Renz Talentino, I need you to basically make, that's your next project. I need you to paint Kate Blanchett as Satine. I'm letting you know that right now. So that's the next project that I have for you. I'll put it out there. We should never say, I need you to, hey, look. Damn, Pedro. I need you.
Billie Eilish, baby. She wants
definitely. Definitely, Renz. I need you to create both Ewan McGregor and Kate Blanchett. That scene, I need that. Thank you very much. I'll put your check in the mail. But anyway, yeah, definitely, bro. If they did that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would want that live action. And then, like I've said, of course, that gives us a chance to get that version of Satine. You know, now I don't know if they, and like you said, Mandy, with the cheekbones, and I do now that you talk about it, I see the juxtaposition and how good that would look to have both Katie Sackhoff. That would be a dope ass pairing. That would be dope. Yeah, it would. It would. It definitely would. But yeah, Calvin, go back and watch that episode because if you appreciate the red and black now, that episode was dope as fuck. It was.
Do you know what? Try and get through it. I think the first season of Clone Wars is quite slow, and I was thinking I'm not going to enjoy this. It's not. And then you'll think I'm just going to stick with it, and you get to 2, and you think, okay, 3, 4. By 7, you're like, oh man, I don't want it to go. And then you got Rebels, and that is just like so close to my heart. It's just it's so good. The animation is just, and it always gives you something to watch, even if it takes you 2 years to get through it. It's worth it. It's really worth it.
Yeah, definitely it is. And that it did, like I said, because of that episode was one of the reasons why I needed to get this figure. Because again, if you watch the episode, now watch, and I also, and I'll leave it here, but I also know, and I want to pull this up.
Quick, CT got to Toya.
What'd he say?
I said CT got to Toya.
What'd he say?
What Toya said.
Oh, about
CT snitched.
He snitched? What'd she say? What did she say?
She told Renz you ain't got no more wall space.
CT is a snitch, bro. CT is a fucking snitch, bro. That's all right, bro. That's all right, CT. Go ahead, bro. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it, CT. But let's talk about this since CT, you want to snitch, right? Let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about the simple fact that you didn't mention this to people, right? You didn't mention to people that number one, you got a figure out there. That 1/16, that 1/6 scale CT603, get your own goddamn figures is out. It is out there, and I'm gonna make sure that it's brought into fruition. Get your own goddamn figures. CT603 figure coming soon. Now, snitch. Definitely shout out to CT, man, my bro. But yeah, man, I mean, come on. I mean, it just makes so much sense for this. But I want to say this as well, because I was thinking about this. This right here, Dan, and after seeing this Obi-Wan, and we already know what's going to actually happen, right? If you know where I'm kind of going with this, I wanted to kind of bring this actually up here really quick. This is also going to be a push for people to get these figures in hand as well.
Yeah, I'm getting these.
Yeah.
Sure. But
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a push. Even though, keep this in mind, and have the people, because I put this on my thumbnail the other day, but just keep this in mind. There are 2 different factions. So you have to keep that in mind. 2 different factions. Even though the color is on point, it's not the same. 2 different factions. Yeah. If you watch the show, you know. But do you think, Ian, do you think that this is going to push this more so on the front line as well? That people will probably go after this?
Ian's gone. He had to go. He had a problem.
He had a problem. Issue. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. But Costa,
what do you mean I had a problem? You don't understand. No. I now that you just said that, I feel like, because I was able to secure the Obi-Wan. I wasn't able to secure the Imperial Commando. Screw you, Hot Toys. But the Obi-Wan, I was able to get. And now that I think about it, this would be a pretty cool thing to have them battling it out in the display. Like also like flying around, because there was some of that happening in the episode. So Holy cow! You know what? They might get a 15.
They might get an influx on this,
off
bro.
of the Obi-Wan, right?
Yup, they might get an influx on people that will actually purchase this, and you can have them battling out against Obi-Wan. That would be incredible. You can even actually have them, to be quite honest, if you wanted to. You can still use, especially depending on how many people have, the Bo-Katan figure. You can have her in there as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's something that would,
This is like this is a whole different thing now. Now that I wasn't gonna get this, but now I'm like, ooh, that would be pretty friggin' cool to have that happen. And Bo-Katan, because her outfit really hasn't changed much since the actually what was she wearing in the Clone Wars? Was she because she
almost
was
the same damn
at one point?
Yeah,
she's been part of all kinds of yeah,
almost, but it was slightly modification with the pauldrons, but it was almost the damn same. And you have now just been introduced to Lael's House of Enabling. If you want to know how to do it, you can actually buy my book. It is available right now for $19.99. If you actually go on to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel, there is a link. It'll take you straight to it. The book is entitled Enable. Gotcha, bitch. It's definitely available. Tomorrow, so you can actually go and get yours. But yeah, man. I think I think this would definitely be dope and a good piece to have in your collection for anybody who would actually want it. I got, again, because it's the Mandalorian Super Commandos. I definitely got it, especially for that Maul. If you got that Clone Wars Maul, to have two of these, that's going to be incredible.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
and
now I have to get that. You son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I don't have the Clone Wars Mall, but anyway, sorry, Mandy. My brain is going. Why are you making me spend more money? You son of a. Anyway,
that's what this group does. That's what these men do. You wake up and you got like shit. Windman just got me like 20 minutes ago with a damn t-shirt. I'm like, God damn, I can't fucking get a break with y'all. Shit, I'm gonna turn my phone off. That's what I'm gonna do. Just turn my phone off.
Yeah, just turn it off. Don't listen to any of the messages. But this is why we need a Satine. We have Clone Wars Maul. We have Clone Wars Mandalorian armor. Obi-Wan. Just pick an actress and make one. They did that with Ahsoka. They didn't like Ahsoka. Clone Wars Ahsoka wasn't any actress. So let's go as we've been saying over the. Let's go.
Hey, so Chewy's Bandolier. Also reach out to 16J as well if you're looking for Mandalorian Throne, because he has it also with the LED light up too. So it's incredible. So shout out to 16J. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there's just so many different things that you can actually do. I just hope that they are, no Satine, they are busy making pre-Vizsla. I forgot about Pre-Vizsla. You never know. We might actually get that down the road. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys, man. It's been definitely a great show. Oh, wait a minute. There was one more thing I want to talk about. We can get a chance to talk about this real quick, and then we can lean out, in just a second. I want to pull this up here real quick because I forgot to kind of mention this. I want to bring this up, not this right here, but they teased this. This was real quick. This is something that we actually got the other day. And being that we got two experts on the board on here, I want to hear their thoughts about it. This right here, out of nowhere, they actually showed us the upgrade for the Batman Armory. And now this, Dan, was an upgrade from what we saw earlier with this piece, right?
Yeah. I mean, everything but the face sculpt.
Yeah, but the body was an upgrade.
Yeah, no, the body looks 100% better. No doubt. They got the gloves right. The shoulders look normal. The neck looks like a normal person's neck. But it's just, I don't know who that is under that cowl, bro.
Yeah. So when this right here, right?
I can't. I'm hypercritical about Batman figures, especially the Dark Knight trilogy, because they've done these figures how many goddamn times and they still can't get this right. So it's almost, it's pretty frustrating now. but it is what it is. I'm happy with my DX19, but I don't want to get a whole armory just to get one step closer to being a totally accurate Christian Bale Batman. Like
you got to get the whole armory to do it instead of
like that sucks, man. Because look how much better the body looks, dude. Like it does look way better. The chest, like everything looks like even the cowl structure looks a lot better. It's just that the mouth plate doesn't. I can't tell who that is. Like that's not Christian Bale. But you know, it looks like I said, the suit itself, the cowl, everything minus that faceplate looks great. But
and they definitely did fix the
gauntlet, the hand,
the
fucking wrist collar that it goes inside the thing now. So they definitely upgraded it for sure. I think it's it's much better. But I think for that cowl, you're gonna have to go with that OT Customs there, man. You have to go with that OT, man, because I
thought he's not doing orders anymore.
He'll watch. He always does this. He'll get one. He'll have one or two ready. Just he'll throw them out there. So just be patient. He will have one randomly, but he will. He will.
No, I've got the begins because I've got the Jackson Jew. For begins, not this one.
Yeah. So Calvin, were you planning on getting the armory or no?
You know, I've got like fucking 6 different Batmobiles. I mean, Batcave setups in here. So I never ordered it, but you know, with the grace of Ray and Ray, you know, I'll find. I'm sure I'll get my hands on it. But yeah, I did plan on getting the armory in here to go with the vehicles.
So, and the only way that you can get this body, which it is fully articulated, right, Dan?
It should be, yeah.
So, but the only way you can get it is to get it with the armory. See, they always do that, bro.
I mean, it does come with the Bruce Wayne statue and everything.
I'm about to say, so it comes with the statue, this, and the armory, and all the weapon accessories to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not a bad deal technically, but
it's not.
That looks dope. That definitely looks better.
Yeah,
you know,
the proportions look a lot better. I think that's one thing that they're. But I don't love the Bruce Wayne head skull. But I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna display that shit unless it's on the statue or whatever. Like, I don't really care for that. But
yeah. But
I don't want the full fucking armory for this, dude.
You just don't want the armor. You just want the.
I would like a better Batman, but it's. I mean, I'm cool with my DX19.
It does the trick. It does.
It's just I don't know why they can't get fucking Christian Bale's likeness in the cowl, bro. Like they can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know.
I was gonna say, go back to that previous picture.
This one
update. The update is giving me no. You had it right.
This one? Yeah.
The one with the one. Yes, this one. The 2024 update. I took a quick look, and the new one looks like giving me some George Clooney vibes in that face. Like
really,
I don't know.
It just looks like a
little bit in the eyes. Yeah, the lips. They don't give you that Christian Bale lip. No.
Yeah, like the DX19's base plate is a little bit better. You're getting a little bit of Christian Bale through there, but then the cowl is just really round.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know, man.
Whereas this one's a better cowl, but it's just
the faceplate's worse. So I don't know. It looks really good though. I do like the body proportions really sell this because that's really what makes it look realistic is the body. If he looks like a real person, then it just has so much more like feeling to it, you know, like it just feels so much like a real person as opposed to like the DX19. If you kind of look back and when they really see the comparison, it definitely looks more like a toy.
Yeah, when you go back and look at it and having it display, I try to pose it a certain way where the cape drapes to kind of hide some of the so that's, but yeah, like, I mean, you can even see it, like, even with the cowl, bro, just the expressions and the detail looks way better with that cowl. But it's just that.
Are you getting this, Leo?
Nah. I had my DX19 and I kind of stuck with that because to have that whole armory just didn't make sense for me. And like, that's a lot of space that you're basically taking up. So I was like, I'm good. I didn't even try to or attempt to order it. It wasn't something that I wanted to kind of have at that point.
Brandon Salad's comments.
What do you say? What do you say? Hold on.
It's the last one. Look out. I'm going to say
He said, look out. I'm going to say it. I have to wait for Inart.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro.
Is Inart, did they say they're going to do this?
Yeah, they said they're going to tackle this whole, they're going to do the Dark Knight Batman from the Dark Knight movie.
Yeah.
I think they said they're planning on doing Bane or something. So that'll be on the, I guess, way later. But
he said, I'm not sure, but Inart will take this on at some point. So it's just basically waiting to see Batman. I'm not fond of the face sculpt, though, but she's a Batman fan. So you already know that's how it is. It's going to be for like a lot of people that aren't really fond of it. It's just, damn. It's just one of them. I have to wait on it. But man, and this isn't something that you's like, I dodged a bullet. I don't have to worry about this shit. I ain't getting it in the first place. He's like, it's going right over my head. I'm not getting it. So
I don't even have the 66 Batman. I've got the Robin, but only for, because I say when I was a kid, I used to play Batman and Robin, but it was in the 70s. So pants pulled over you, running around and with like a blanket over you. Yeah, so that was my Batman. The rest,
and you're definitely.
I wouldn't know which is which. Yeah, it really is over my head.
Yeah, you're definitely in the good.
That one on the left does look better, though. It does look better, but I couldn't give you any sort of informed anything on it. Nice boobs. That's all I can say.
Nah, I feel you. It looks, like I said, man, it definitely, it looks good. So Ian, and I didn't have him on here earlier. I mean, well, he had to dip out, so shout out to Ian. I mean, I understand like what's going on with you, but he sent this to me earlier, and apparently, real quick before we dip out, this is the last, I swear, then we can dip. Mars Toys put this up.
Yeah. Yep.
You already know.
Mm-hmm.
So they put this up, which means they are dipping into this space. I mean, this is what we're going to see from them soon. Guys, anybody getting this on here once they drop this?
You don't even got to ask me that question.
Done. Mars Toys. Go ahead, Calvin. Go, dude. You got it. You're not getting it.
You know, that's what I was.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
No words needed. Done deal. This is happening.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Michelle Pfeiffer?
Right.
Ah.
Yeah. This
Mars. Eartha Kitt. They're the cat. They're my cat women.
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt first, and then but Michelle Pfeiffer on the.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Man, I know I like it for a reason.
Mandy, your dreams might be coming true from Mars Toys, because I know they have a Julie Newmar, but I really want the Eartha Kitt.
Oh man!
I mean, her voice.
Their figures are
just amazing.
It goes. Yeah.
They're what?
Mars Toys, like I don't own any, but like looking at the like all the figures, and then the penguin recently, they're just amazing, But but I do. I mean, my Batman with the Prince soundtrack, because Prince, and the Michelle Pfeiffer, Jack Nicholson, they were just that's Batman to me. The rest a bit moody. It's like, you just need to get a bit happier. But that one, the 89 sort of thing. Or
and
it
80, looks like
80?
This looks like this is going to come with like multiple faceplates. Like,
look at that though. That's incredible.
Right? Like it's that. So okay, all right. I see you, Mars. I see what you're doing.
I have total faith in them because one, I have the 66, the Romero Joker, just amazing, spot on. That was my figure of the year last year. The new Penguin, the Burgess Meredith Penguin, they are they're crapping thunder, and I'm gonna fuck up the Rocky thing, but anyway, they killed it. That thing, if they showed the Romero Joker with the prototype, and it came out exactly like that. So I have a lot of faith that what
Mars is
they
killing it
come
right
out
now,
with,
bro.
Dude.
Look at everything that they're basically doing. Look
look
at
that. Riddler, amazing.
Look at that, bro.
I have all these pre-ordered.
So good.
The Willy Wonka that they're doing. I cannot wait for that.
That Willy Wonka. I saw that. Look at his Two-Face, bro.
Look at that.
Like that's completely phenomenal.
And they're not stupid expensive, are they? Look at that.
No, they are not.
They're not like 300, 250. They're less. It's like.
Oh, here's the Wonka right here.
So good, so good.
Yeah. So Mars Toys, I'm saying, like, everybody's going, like, why they're right behind that. Look at that. Look at that, bro. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that penguin, bro. Yeah, they're going crazy with this stuff, man. Like, I cannot wait.
Does Calvin have these ordered? You got these ordered too?
66 I stayed away from. Because if I had went down that road, I would have had to get the car, and then it was just a downward spiral. I wasn't supposed to go 22, and I could get into 22, and I got the car for that. So I stayed away from 66. So I have everything but 66.
All right.
That was the best Batmobile for me as well. The 60s Batmobile.
It's in my closet.
That 89 is something special.
The 89 Batmobile is crazy, man. It definitely is. I cannot, that, but the 89 is going to be the last. That's going to be probably the only one and only vehicle that big of that magnitude from them that I'm getting it and I'm done. Because I can't. It's just
you getting that dewback? That shit is bigger than that.
Yeah, I know, but that's an IP that I love, man. There's no excuses for that.
That's true.
What you say?
That's true. You don't love Batman? That's what you're saying?
I'm not saying I don't love Batman because I do, but I gotta stay with them.
Well, that's IP I love. You got a little twinkle in your eye, and then like dismiss the 89.
I'm saying, bro, that our Star Wars is day one for me all the time before anything else. You know what I mean? Even before Marvel, and I'm a comic book head, bro. But it's still like it's just. Unfortunately, it's where I'm at, so I gotta kind of stick to that. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, man, thank you guys for being here. It was just such an incredible show, man, and I definitely appreciate this so much. Dan, what you got going on the cheating schedule, bro?
Actually, I just dropped my review earlier this morning. The Shadow Trooper with the Death Star, backdrop, the Dark Side event or whatever. So that is up. If you want to see that figure, and if you have the old one, see how it compares.
Of course.
But that's pretty much all I got going on. It's gonna be a busy week for me coming up. So I'm not sure how available I will be, but
I got you, bro.
Thank you for having me as always. It's always a pleasure being on here, man. It's always a good time. Everybody in the chat, dude.
Anytime, definitely. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for being here. Costa, what you got going on, man?
Tonight, 8:30.
Yes.
Brand new game showish panel show called Points of Articulation. Hold on, let me. It's going to be not your normal panel show. I'm going to try to keep it between 30 minutes to an hour. I'm going to move it along. We're going to score the panelists, or I'm going to score the panelists, and the winner. Well, if you've seen the show Around the Horn on ESPN. It's just a lot of fun. The points don't count, but it's just I wanted to do something different and something quick, and people can come in and spend a little time with us and just have different panelists on every week to get different perspectives. So if you don't have a YouTube channel but would like to come on the show, email me at popculturelivingroom@gmail.com, and we'd love to have you to get somebody from the community on. So you don't have to be a YouTuber. So anyway, that's what's happening tonight. And join my channel if you want to build any of this stuff. There's stuff that you can build all kinds of stuff on my channel. So there you go.
Hell yeah, let's go, man. Thank you for being here as always, bro. Calvin, what you got going on, man?
Since we get off, I'm about to run out the door. I got Ontario Convention literally up the street with the X-Men 97 cast up there in the writers. I'm gonna go check them out. Hit up Miguel so I can video chat with him while I'm up in there with him. So yeah, pretty much that, and then hang out with some family, then get my ass back home, get ready for work tomorrow.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for always being here, bro. I meet you every week. Definitely, man. And last but not least, Mandy, thank you for being here each and every week as well.
Thank you for having me. That's very
always
kind.
a pleasure. Always a pleasure to basically have you here. Tell the folks what you got going
on. This week it's a bit of a lead up to I've got a dog shoot all day next Sunday, so I won't be able to come next Sunday. But if you'll have me the week after, I'll be here.
Always.
Thank you. GSP Rescue UK have a day-long event where I'm setting up a little doggy photo booth and taking photos. So that'll be a lead up to that. Oh, tomorrow or Tuesday, picking up my Clone Wars Obi from my boy Toys on Fire that lives quite close. So I drive over to him and then I just pick it up in person and I see his lovely smiley face. And yeah, so that's it. That's all this week. Yeah, and so if I've got a chance, I'm going to try and do some walking poses. But I thought I'd just collate a few that I've done in the past.
Look at these, man!
Wow,
I like the Miles. Phenomenal. He's so cute. Look at
like this is phenomenal. This looks so good. The assignment secured. Like you killed these.
Luke taking the kids to school as well. You know, he's a good dad.
That's crazy. Nah, this is phenomenal. Definitely. You know what I'm looking at right there, right? The only person that I see that has a decent, not the one with Han. That custom Han. I'm so mad.
You know what? It's the Hot Toys. It's the Hot Toys head, and then it's just like the cheapy clothes.
But it looks good.
And then it's just a Fison body, but I couldn't get a darker one, so I had to get some brown eyeshadow and just darken him up at the top a little bit so it matched the head. So
it makes sense though. It makes sense though.
Cheap as chips.
It looks good. That definitely looks good. So again, appreciate you and the work that you do. As always, Ahsoka with the grab ass is my favorite. Hell yeah, that is incredible. Definitely. But
I got one message I need to relate real quick.
What's up?
And my man Blitz, Keith, because you know when you get to meet people in person, you get to call them by their real name. So Keith, my man, I need you to relay a message to your boy Marcus for me. I ain't one of his chicks, all right? He ain't gonna flex hard on me. He's coming out tomorrow for Deadpool. I hit everybody to let everybody know the tickets are dropping tomorrow morning, right? He was like, oh yeah, well, damn, I might have to catch the movie in Dubai. You ain't gotta flex on me like that, brother. He ain't gonna flex that hard on me. I'm just trying to relay a message. So let your boy know he ain't gotta come at me that hard, all right? Just
wow. So he's gonna be in Dubai. So he's gonna.
Well, you know, both of them are in the military overseas for work.
For work and stuff like that.
With the military stuff. So, but yeah, he was like, yeah, I'll probably just go get in Dubai. Oh, you gotta hit me like that?
That's a flex. Just because. Right.
It's down the street. I'll just hit Dubai. I'll just go down there real quick.
Yeah. But like, I might be in Europe, so I'll basically check it out. I might stop over Mandy's and have her do like a photo of me just while I'm there, and then I'll dip out. Yeah, just like a little quick. Yeah, I mean, damn, bro.
Yeah, he hit me like he was one of his chicks. Like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying? I'll just go to Dubai real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just swing around the corner real quick.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for that, Mr. Musashi, man. I appreciate that. But anyway, thank you guys, everybody, for being here. What's going on tomorrow? Again, it's Comic Book Talk Friends, where we actually talk about the final episode of X-Men 97. Again, say what Wednesday, of course, Collectors Lounge International next Sunday, also Figure Flex Friday. A couple of things that will be going on. So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Make sure we got JB in the building. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here, JB, as always. Make sure that you're on your way out to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. But again, see you tonight. Everybody that's going to actually be out there, we will see you tonight on Costa's Pop Culture Living Room, the game show. So I'll be there tonight. I cannot wait for that. But again, shout out to everybody. May you have a pleasant afternoon. I'm gonna go upstairs and grab me something to eat and relax the rest of the day because I drove almost 6 hours back and forth to New York, so it's crazy. But anyway, thank you guys for being here, and until we see you next time, we are out. Peace. Have a great day. And yeah, stay savvy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.